Have you ever wondered what really happens when a political scandal breaks? Beyond the headlines and the public apologies. There's this direct, almost mechanical way that a scandal can completely wreck a political career financially. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how that machine works.
All right, so to really get this, let's look at a real-world case. We'll start with Eric Swalwell. Now, he was once seen as a real rising star in the political world, and his story is a perfect example of just how fast everything can change.
It so often starts with just one thing, a single big controversy. But in politics, that one little push can be the first domino in a chain reaction that is absolutely devastating.
And the stakes are incredibly high. We're talking about a ripple effect that doesn't just damage a bank account. It can completely dismantle years, even decades, of carefully built power and influence.
So as this controversy started to bubble up around him, he was suddenly facing that exact crisis. This wasn't some abstract idea anymore. It wasn't just his reputation on the line. The entire financial engine that powered his career was suddenly in danger of sputtering out.
Okay, so to truly appreciate the kind of damage we're talking about, we first have to understand how a politician's financial world is even set up. And trust me, it's probably not what you think. You could start with the official salary, right? For a member of Congress, it's about $174,000 a year. And look, that's a good income, for sure, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. It is definitely not where the real power comes from.
On top of that salary, you've got things like lucrative book deals, paid TV appearances, all the perks that come with having a public profile. But even these, they still aren't the main story.
So, if it's not the salary and it's not the side gigs, where does the real financial muscle in politics come from? What's the one asset that a scandal is truly designed to destroy?
It all comes down to this, the campaign war chest. Now, this isn't personal money. It's a massive pile of donations, and it's used for everything. Buying ads, hiring staff, traveling around the country. It's the fuel for the entire political machine. This is the real engine of a political career.
Okay, so we've identified the target. How does a scandal actually attack this critical financial lifeline? Well, the process is surprisingly predictable, and it is almost always brutal. It happens in stages. First, the media narrative flips on you, creating this cloud of doubt. Then, party leadership, they get nervous about the brand, they start to apply pressure. And finally, the donors, the people actually writing the checks. They get spooked and they turn off the financial tap.
And I'm not talking about a slow drip. The money can stop almost overnight. The second a politician is viewed as a liability instead of an asset, that financial support can just evaporate. So here's the really crucial point to get. The financial damage is both immediate and long-term. It goes way beyond just the donations that stop coming in today.
The contrast is just stark. It's night and day. Before a scandal hits, a career is humming along with strong donor support, really positive projections for the future. But afterwards, donations are frozen. Those future opportunities, like book deals, they just disappear. Even loyal supporters start to pull back.
So the total loss has layers. You got the immediate hit to the campaign fund, for sure. Then there's the hit to your future earning potential. But the biggest loss of all is the long-term damage to what you could call your reputation asset, the very thing that attracted all that money and power in the first place. And this brings us right to the core lesson here, the fundamental rule that really governs all of this: politics, scandal, and money.
It's really this simple. Money follows trust. When donors and voters and party leaders trust a politician, the money flows. The moment that trust is broken, the entire financial system that props them up just breaks down with it. Trust is the ultimate currency.
And it is so important to see that this isn't unique to any one person or situation. This is a fundamental rule of the game. It shows you the invisible architecture of how political power is built, how it's maintained, and ultimately, how it's lost. Which, of course, leaves us with one last big question. In a world where money follows trust, what happens after that trust is completely shattered? Can that currency ever really be earned back, or is the political bankruptcy permanent?